Hello everyone and welcome back to our demo of Critter Garden, a ecological restoration game where we go ahead and try to dive into an alien planet and tend to it as we, would tend to our own. Except, as you bring life to a new planet, you need to remember that sometimes that life is going to go ahead and eat each other. I'm still a little bit traumatized by that. But welcome back. So I have been so ridiculously tickled by the demo of what we have experienced so far. We've just begun to scratch the surface. I haven't even really looked at this, which is, and I'm gonna get it wrong again, is it the phylonology? I only got to see these kinds of maps once or twice when I was in biology in university. We didn't really refer to these in the classes that I took that often, other than to acknowledge like, hey, they exist. And so I wonder if I can actually pull up, let's see, is there like I'm trying to figure out like, what was that? So the phenology is a visual record of how nature changes over the seasons, which also sounds amazing, but I'm gonna try to figure out what this is called again because it's just such a fun concept to see how kind of the tree or slime, in this case, of life happens to be connected to each other. And we have also gone ahead and we have gotten some new seeds to experiment with. Going to be very important, along with the idea of collecting up more of the poo that we need to gather from our various creatures. And I am just now kind of realizing, what is this? That's my spaceship. Oh, I had no idea what Moss Cube the second had been doing, like just then. I was a little concerned, but we're all good, we're all good. Let's see, and Moss Pen, you would actually like to have a little bit of food. I have also learned that the moss is, or not the mosses, but the slimes do have a habit of kind of eating each other, which definitely it took me back a little. It makes me a little concerned about the future of some of our creatures, but maybe that just means we need to put down a whole bunch of like logs to divide everybody. And I'm going to be a frantic grass farmer for the sheer sake of being able to try to keep some of my critters from eating each other. Also, it looks like you don't need to worry about watering mushrooms. However, we do have some brand new beautiful plants that we can put down with these poppies, which do look like they're going to be very happy growing next to these logs. Oh, look at the little mushrooms grow. Oh, that's so fun. I wonder if I can get lights in the future so that I can see a little bit better as well, because that would be very useful. And then let's see, I do think maybe we'll gather all these mushrooms and most of these daisies so that we can go ahead and harvest those up. Whoops. Okay, well, I meant to like gather them up like this and sell. And look at that. Now I can continue to try to make kind of a division of the different areas where we can try to maybe just say, all right, maybe it's cool if some of our slimes stay on this side, some of our slimes stay on that side. Just because I think it'd just be a nice way to have a experiment of not only seeing if, our puppy grew. Okay, we'll go check that out in just a second. But just as a way to kind of, make sure that if I'm going to be traumatized by one of our little ones being eaten by some of the other little ones, I might have a little bit of warning first. Also, Moss Cube the second, you're getting hungry. So, oh, what was that? Oh, I can just drop things in that cute little crate. That's helpful, but not really for the fact that Moss Cube the second won't get out of my spaceship so that they don't starve to death. All right, and so now we do have the poppies grown as well. Those poppies will be very useful. Eat a worm. Fungi! Not you too! You can't be eating your parents as well! However, we can can feed 2 poppies here to fungi, and apparently that could lead to like a whole new evolution. But because fungi is not asexual, they actually have like both male and female. So I guess that would be like, I know that would be I'm getting all my phrases twisted because I'm so excited about this. You can just walk through the logs! At least I know that now. And then also, oh, there we go. So I can move the logs like that. Well, so much for my attempts to try to keep everybody a little safer from keeping them from one another. Fine. I guess I'll just move these around a little. Got a little more decorative room, I suppose. And then we might go ahead. Hermaphrodites, I think. I'm trying to remember if that's just the correct phrase for animals that are like slugs, for instance, that can go ahead and sea snails and sea slugs. For some reason, I had a biology teacher in high school who was obsessed with the way that the sea slugs actually have like a duel in the water to see who has to be the female, because it's like, I'm gonna jab you first. No, I'm gonna jab you. And she went into graphic detail about that traumatized me as my little sheltered self when I was in like 10th grade. However, it was definitely very useful for getting me excited about biology for later. Also, up we go, up we go. Come on, come on. I really want to see. Can I move my spaceship? No. But if I can get, okay, here. Come on, friend. I'm trying to save you by getting all my worms in a like bucket, maybe? Like away from the very hungry slimes. Hello, snail. Hello, slimes. Ooh, and actually, speaking of hungry slimes, I do have some hungry slimes. We do have some of our little ones getting kind of hungry. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! There's too many slimes. I guess they're self-correcting and like attacking each other. And now Earth Cube, I don't know what to do with you. Oh my gosh, I almost gave myself hiccups. I'm so horrified. Okay, I was trying to get it to where we could have more worms, have some babies. And my slimes keep eating each other. And now I have more mystery slimes. And apparently we can get variants of the slimes if they eat poppies and tulips. So here I am, mildly traumatized, unclear about life. And I guess what I want to do is I want to feed Worm here a slime. And now we have a green worm. So does that mean when a green worm and a pink worm have a baby, no, where do I end up on the worm scale? Do I end up with a green worm or a pink worm? And other things that you don't think you're really ever gonna say. Also, if the grass is harvested, will that mean that my hungry slimes eat them? I'm a little nervous about that idea because the hungry slimes also, I mean, I guess they're not really hungry when they eat each other, but that's like sibling rivalry on the next level. If they're like, no, there's not going to be more slimes around here. I'm not taking the risk of losing out on the food in abundance that I demand for my existence. All right, I guess we'll get a field of poppies put down here because that would be very pretty. And it looks like as long as there is even a corner touching the logs, then that counts as being fully adjacent for watering all of our lovely little flowers. Though, again, maybe this is just excellent preparation to be upon the planet of the vivas of the pinatas, which I've been wanting to do properly for years. Maybe that's just where this has taken me, so that we can go ahead and prepare ourselves. And then, oh, slime breeding award, I guess. We now know hives and the research station. How is this getting better and worse all at the same time? Because my slimes had a lot of slime babies, but then they kept eating each other. Moderanto! Is this what happened to the planet? Like everyone just ate each other to death? Is that the future of if you don't go to the far, far away range and you don't take care of your slimes on the ranch? Is that what happens? Like, you just end up with like the whole planet becoming barren until the very last tar eats itself? Because should I be scared of my slimes? Are they gonna eat me? Moderanto, I'm getting a little nervous here. Check out the research station that just became available for us to purchase from the intergalactic market. With one of these, you can study the various specimens you find and produce around the planet. The knowledge you gain from this research can be used to improve the efficiency of the work you do. I highly recommend making the purchase of one a top priority. There are no funding agencies around on the planet, so get planting. Thanks, Moderanto. All right, well, let me go ahead. I'm gonna feed a couple more daisies to my worms so that maybe we can end up with some more like worm babies that I could feed that slime residue to. Since apparently I'm in need of being able to go ahead and keep an eye on my slimes. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of hard to get super attached to them now that I know that like these two up here, for instance, maybe we'll just try to keep some of our slimes who we're like attached to in one side, and maybe we'll kind of just, you know, do a little of this and maybe a little of this so that I have a slime residue in green worm zone where my heart doesn't have to be broken. And then we can have a zone where it's just like, go, 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 go. Phew! Okay, so this is going to be codename Poison Apple, I think. And I guess we could go ahead and get some of those water lilies planted too, because we haven't even gotten those down yet. And I haven't even had time to spend with our little snail friend. And the water lilies have variants. Oh, and I used up all of the poop. That was not part of the plan. Phooey. I do need to get a worm over here though, but maybe what we could do is we can go ahead. Maybe we'll get these slimes who have no name fed up. Oh dear. Well, they're okay. Did it just like implode? Because it was like, oh, there's not enough room anymore for more slimes? Mosspen? Are you like the only one left, Mosspen? We have Moss Cube the second. Have all my original slimes become no more? Friends, I think all of my original slimes are no more. I think they may have eaten each other to death. And here we are, left with that tragic truth. And here I am trying to figure out how to go ahead and I want to feed this worm. Did I ever even give this worm a name? Well, now they had a baby. And I guess I can go ahead and feed this baby. Do I have any mushrooms left? Let's see, 2 mushrooms eaten. Can I put down a couple more mushrooms? Maybe we'll work on the snails at some point soon. This is getting kind of crowded. These critters are kind of big. And I feel like I need to get more poop going, but maybe that comes with like the research center. So let me see. All right. Also, oh, an axe. Oh, chopping down. Chopping down trees makes it dull. When other needs arise, a merciful gardener always keeps it sharp. Harvesting my slime children? I really feel like this is escalating in ways that make me wonder where I'm gonna go with all of this. We can also get the hive, I think. Some species that definitely seem to prefer this as a shelter over others. Also, whoops, my slime residue is about to go away. I didn't know it could do that. I didn't know. So I'm glad I saw that. Oh yeah, I don't want to waste. Whoops, no. I don't want to waste any of my, like, no. I'm trying, no. Oh my gosh, my money. I'm trying to get my money. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see, where were we? Okay, hives. Some species definitely seem to prefer this as a shelter over others, but it seems suitable for any tiny critter without a backbone. For every hive placed in the garden, invertebrates can have one more individual before they become overpopulated and aggressive. This also increases the fertility rate of nearby invertebrates, but this effect does not stack. Okay, so basically everybody we have right now I think would count as an invertebrate from our slime, pretty sure. Like, this was very squishy. To our earthworm, to our snails. So they might enjoy some hives. And then I think artificial research station. This is amazing. It has all the materials I need to investigate the micro and macro features of life on this planet. And then we can drag a dropped item from a plant or critter to study it and gain research points. Research points can be spent on upgrades. I love that. I'm here for that. I keep accidentally harvesting my grass. Oh well. Let's see. So we need 50 coins for the research station. I am right here for that. We've already got it. Can I get 2 research stations? No. I had to check. And then does that mean I can put a hive? Like, where can you put them? Just anywhere? Does it make it so that, like, any of my little critters are going to be a bit happier? Because I would like them to stop eating each other. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. And then a research point granted on grass, I think. Or is it research points that we can spend on things? Because I think that the research points would be like down here. Research upgrades are when we have research points. So sleight of hand, indie funding, acquire more 10% more coins from sales, compost king, harvest 10% more fertilizer from poop. I mean, hey, cool. I'll take that. So how many things does the grass count? Already. Oh, it has to be something new every time. Like having the grass and then the poppy and then the daisy. So that all counts. And so then here's our mushroom to go ahead and do a little bit more research. That's so interesting. Okay. And then, so then I have 4 research points, and then I can go ahead and now we get current rank 2, compost king 2. So we now get 20% more poop from, or fertilizer from poop. Honestly, I feel like those things are pretty important. And then hunger need decreases. We can also do digging with our shovel, pouring faster. I feel like getting the fertilizer is like one of the biggest things that would hold us back at the moment. So I'm glad we're working on that. And also glad that like we're trying to make it so there's a little bit less death, doom, and destruction amongst our friends. But speaking of which, now that we've gone ahead and we have okay, these slimes are fighting because I think there were too many slimes. There it is. One of the slimes ate one of the others. Okay, I was trying to get a little earthworm over here really quickly. All right, let's see. We'll plant a bunch of those. I guess this sounds odd, but I guess I need to be a little bit more mindful with how much of the poop we put down if I want there to be hope of going ahead and, let's see, we need to get 2 more mushrooms eaten by this worm, and then it turned into a snail! So now we have 2 snails. And then if we feed the snails brown mushrooms, then that will affect if they're ready to have babies. Good to know. Let's see, and I'll put some down here. Yeah, I actually need to be more careful with like the harvesting of the poop, it seems. As odd as that sounds to say. But then we have a new slime that I'm hoping we can go ahead and feed a daisy to so that we can turn it into two daisies so that we can turn it into another of the earthworms. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll take this. And now that makes that variant. So here's the big question. Now, if we feed these guys to daisies, well, and I guess I need to maybe, does that mean we have a green worm from our little poisoned apple corner? Fertility, almost ready to go. And then this one, here's my daisies. So if those guys have a baby, it is not a green worm. So I wonder if that's going to be the same all the time, or if you have to unlock the variant, you have to feed these little ones something specific. So that's something that we'll look out for too. But now we can go ahead and we can think about next time giving this little worm a lily, and we'll go ahead and name it Lily Nom. It's so that we remember we're going to try to feed that little one some of these water lilies in order to see what happens if we go ahead and try to evolve to the next creature. And I'd be interested to see if the variants do copy, or if you like, if there's like an odds now that we might have one of the green worms from the green worms, or if you can specifically do that to just like shelter that specific animal. We're gonna have to find out. Also, probably should plant more grass, because, well, I need more poop to plant more grass, and yet to go ahead and get more poop, I need more grass. So here we are, stuck on an alien planet, relying kind of technically on solar power now that I think about it, because I need things to grow in order to sustain myself. But we'll have to see where things take us next time. So I'll get these seeds planted, and I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.